Are they magnets? I don't think so. Good morning. Morning, everyone. We're in a different location. I'm deep diving, cleaning my room right now, to organize everything before the holiday madness comes and custom orders. So right now we're sitting by my my free arm machine, and what you see behind me is all my interfacing. Well, not all, but most of it. And then you see my press, and then I have some stuff that I wanted to show you. But yes, I like this area because the light is not as aggressive as the other light, where I'm not like seeing like the light bulb in my eyeballs. But just tell me if you think it's cool. Good morning. So yeah, yesterday was pretty intense. I my room wasn't like messy, but it was not organized how I wanted to be. So Kendall came down here and we were organizing everything. He organized the heck out of my vinyls and leathers and cork. So today I'm just moving things around, making sure there's more space. Like normally there's no space around here. I had a different press that wasn't working. Um, so we brought that down. It's like directly above our head because I know how to fix it. I just don't want to fix it right now because I'm using another press. So it leaves a little bit more room over here. And then you guys also can see my press, the things that different things I use in leather making and bag making that I don't usually generally get to talk about. Like right here, that is a sewing arm. So if I'm doing an all cotton bag, and I need to get into that press, they press the seams or corners, I use that. It's just really hard to put it all on film because my again when the sewing tables on the sewing machines on industrial machines are abysmal. They are so small, so tiny, and I feel like you never really can get to see the full extent of what someone can do with it. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I have a little bit more to do. There's more vinyls that are I'm looking directly on the floor that I rolled up, and I think that is it. I'm folding all my cottons on my boards and clipping them so that way that they're all lined up in my room. Oh, I didn't know. I'm really into. I think I want to take the cotton that I got from Lauren from So Magical and make these into bowl cozies. They're so cool. But you know what was crazy is yesterday because I was under the light over here. I don't know if you can see it that there's little swirls and like flowers inside the actual ghost. I didn't see that the first time I seen it. I just seen ghosts and thought it was cute. Yeah, definitely much more brighter because there's less. Okay, I wish I could pan out, but like on the other side on my 1541S, I have a cloud that I can create storms with. I know it sounds really, I have really interesting things. It's a huge cloud and I can make storms, make rainbows or whatever. Hanging beside them are the floating lights from Tangled, the lanterns. So there's a lot of stuff blocking a lot of light over there. Versus over here, it's this is where I usually iron or I'm pressing out like bag overlays or um I just dropped this. I've been per request from a customer. I don't show all the bags I make online. It's interesting. But this customer wanted that chain looking straplet. So I have the die and my press is over here and I could press out in leather the chains. So I have a lot of things over here. I also have this one is my favorite actually. This is the one that's in it actually right now. This is for the ends of a 1-inch strap. So you'll get the corner and then I'll punch out the holes. Little things. It's so hard to show you guys everything because I don't have enough time. So I'm hoping in 2024 I can like go over each thing I have in my room because I have so many different stuff like that I use on a daily. So yeah, I have this area now. And as you can see, remember I told you guys that my back of my wallpaper on the wall is all that is like the Death Star blueprints. So there's that. So Well, that sucks. What is that? Hold on. I'm falling over. Okay. Oh, my bad. I know what happened. So yeah, I'm on over where my free arm is, and I'm excited. I'm waiting for Kindle to get up and make dinner. I bought everybody donuts so that way we could bang this out. I have a lot more fabric, and so I have to figure out how I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do with that. And I also got to put myself on a no fabric buy unless it's a customer asking for a special request. Um, but because I have a lot of fabric. So what do I have to show you? Oh, so I'm hoping that once today we're over cleaning, I wanted to do one small project. If you're not aware, Alchemats is open for its pre-orders right now. And they have some really cute stuff. I'm going to be working with today. I love this too, and I think you guys are too. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. I'm going to be working with you know how the bag just magically doesn't want to open? I'm going to be working with this print. Look at it. It's a little mermaid. And then this is the coordinating print. I haven't figured out what bag I want to make yet, but I want to make something super special. I haven't figured out what. Yeah, I'm going to do, eventually I'm going to do a thing. It's just, if you guys can see the list of things I have to do, you'll be like, oh, Shanova. I am going to do a review. There's one more thing I want to get from them before I can give my final review. There's an item that we use a lot, and I want to be able to do it. But yes, so I'm hoping today I can get to work on my Little Mermaid strike, but I wanted to show you in case you are looking at Alchemats. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Because doesn't it remind you even when I was watching the movie, I know this happened in The Little Mermaid, the original first, but do you think that scene with Tangle where she goes to see the lights, they have a similar moment where there's lights floating all around and they're like holding hands or holding each other's cheeks? And I was like, I wonder if Disney took that from the original Little Mermaid and put it in Tangled. I've always wondered that. And then when this came out, when she made this fabric, I was like, it reminds me of the Tangle scene in the original, of course, the original Little Mermaid. So I'm trying to make that today. I have a clear vinyl for it. So this bag is like, let's you see it. So that also they don't have just the Little Mermaid. They have a lot of different fandoms this round. They also have the Games Thrones. This one has, like, you can see where King's Landing is. And then I put this emblem, red tape, and look at these zipper pulls for the House of Targaryen. So they have this really fun print where you can see all the stuff. And then I just made it really simple on the inside. And inside we have one, it's kind of hard to see, one slip pocket here, and then we have a zipper slip pocket here. But I think it's a fun print, especially if you're really into House of Dragon, which if you haven't been, you should be, because it kind of weirdly explains some things of why so many people just had such a disdain for the Targaryens. Yes, this print is from Alchemats. So they also have a clear vinyl, and I'm thinking about making a shaker today with actually my pattern. Because instead of doing the chalkboard, I thought it would be cute to have the clear vinyl and have like a blue clear vinyl behind it, and then have the shaking in it for It's Me High. Just trying it. I'm also thinking about doing this pattern for the clear vinyl. It's called the Boxy Clear Pouch. I thought this would be really cute with the clear vinyl for the Little Mermaid. This is what I usually do. I like go over what I want to make, and then I'll choose one of them. And so this will be the other one I thought. The ginger pouch from Blue Calla. I'm really good at binding sometimes, so I thought maybe I'll do that with the clear. I haven't decided yet, but I'm really excited about the Little Mermaid fabric. It's really important to me. That pattern is the Catalina, yes. I make this is one of my to go to, and I used 3/4 of an inch for my tape. It's super cute, and I love this emblem, the House of Dragon, and that. And then I popped it off with that red zipper tape, gunmetal teeth. Oh, my fave. I thought I had my clear vinyl here, but I have the one that's not from um Alchemats. I'm going to be showing you a different Alchemat bag a day that I've made. I haven't had a chance to like take photos because you guys know the last 2 weeks have been extremely chaotic for me. And Olivia is the best, and she understands. And she's like, do whatever you can do. Don't focus on us. Focus on your family. And when people tell me to do that, that makes me want to strive even harder to do something for them because they care about me so much that they're willing to put their business on back burner, and I'm not having that. I am going to make some stuff. So you might see a whole bunch of random clear videos for me with different pouches and different bags. I want to make a shaker Tuesday tote with the clear Little Mermaid, and I have so many ideas. And then she has goal hardware. Like her hardware um a it has the seashell that Ursula has to capture her voice. It is just she is doing it to me. Good morning, Christine. Oh yeah, go to Alchemats. It's open. The pre-order for that. Don't and like she has it in bright red too. I decided to go with the gunmetal because I wanted it to be like someone comes up to you and be like, I recognize that map, you know? The bag is the Catalina, and the fabric is from Alchemats. This is King's Landing. This is the emblem of House of Dragon. Dude, I am really feeling nude nail polish right now. I have no idea why. um, and then the zipper pulls are that as well. So I'm trying to figure out where I got the zipper tape from. I'm not gonna when I find out, I'm not gonna put the business on blast. But I cut it to do a video tutorial for the the wall the raw wit. I cannot do that. I can't say it. The coffin one, the coffin wallet. It's something with WRs together. It like my tongue gets twisted. I don't know. Um, and it's embarrassing. And then I get embarrassed for being embarrassed. So, um, I cut things out, and then when I went to go stitch the zipper tab to the bottom, the whole zipper teeth on one side became completely off. It didn't get cut, nothing. It just was off. And I was like, wait a minute. I see this on Creative Back Making So Whatever size swags all the time. I see this, but the tape that I think I got this from is a reputable place, and I've never had that happen. So I went back into that wrap of zipper tape, and half the tape is removed from the zipper teeth. And I'm shook. I'm like, I'm like, wait, I paid like $16.99 for these 3 or 5 yards. What the heck? I'm gonna probably bring it to the person's attention so they could check for quality control. I'm not asking for anything. It's just that it threw me off completely. I never have had that happen in the 6, 7 years of bag making. Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Oh, yeah, I have a really cool shaker stuff, and I thought my because I have a panel in It's Me High that's blackboard or chalkboard fabric. I thought it'd be cute to have the see-through vinyl and the aerial vinyl and have it shake in the middle. I think it would be super cute, actually. So yeah, it's 100%. The Catalina, like, you know what's crazy for I'm not a big 80% person. Um, because especially when it comes down to Alexa's bags, I sell a lot of Alexis's bags, like a lot. The number one is Erica Bowler. This is number two for me. Esperanza is number three, and then Zendaya has four, right? I sell Magdalena's too, but not as much as the other one. I have never reduced it. People love the size of it. Like people will be like, this is the perfect size. I could put my cell phone, I can do this and that and that. Um, it's 80%. I don't do any 80%, just like the Catalina. I feel like literally the reason why you don't see any modifications on mine, except probably the zipper overlay, it doesn't need any. It's absolutely perfect in my eyes. I'm not saying when I do modifications it's not perfect. I'm just saying that to me, like every time I make the Erica Bowler bag, I fall a little bit more in love with it. And I know that's unhealthy, but I do. Okay. It is just it's perfect. It would I'm I'm also debating on, instead of doing a clear one, to do a Little Mermaid Erica Bowler, because this fabric, one, is really cool. Two, I think it would like play really nice if I use like stiffer interfacing. Like right here I have um Woven Fix 3, and then on the other side I have Woven Fix Ultra. If I interface it with that, it will feel like vinyl. So I'm thinking about that too. And then also creating some bias tape from this so that it can all like be cohesive when it's bound too. I have a lot of ideas. So I have that bag. I'll show you another bag tomorrow that's already done. I'm looking at it right now. It's already done. I need my husband to take pictures. I'm trying to finish about 4 more bags for Olivia. And she's just amazing. She's just an amazing person. I can't, there's no words that I can describe how kind, generous, and sweet she is. Here, Annetta. You make okay, Linda, I promise you, you make the Catalina, they're addicting. They're so addicting because they come together so freaking fast and it's such a high-end look. Now, what I didn't do is they're in the Catalina in the original. The only thing I don't do on the Catalina is they have a back slip pocket with two straps that come so that you can you hang it from the side. I didn't like the way that felt, so I just did like how she does on her Betty Bowler. I put it there. My new thing right now, y'all, too, is putting my name tags on the side of the gusset. I don't know why. And that's so I don't have that back slip pocket. Now you can add the back slip pocket. It could just be a nice slip pocket. But I have made the Catalina into, I think Patreon made it into a sling. And this is actually a perfect size sling too. Hold on. Good morning, Lynette. Good morning, Kitty. Yes, her gussets. Holy I don't know what she does. Like, I want to sit with her one day while she does it. Not to like emulate her style, but out of genuine curiosity, how do you get perfect fitting gussets like in every bag? I have never made a bag from her as long as I've been a tester for her where the gusset doesn't fit. I don't, I literally don't understand. You're 100% right, Dalva. You can get, okay, so, um, all right, so my ultra fuses that I like to get, the ones that I've got, there I think there's others I haven't tried yet, so I'm not saying that the others are bad or whatever. I haven't tried them. So I usually, when I order anything from Emmeline Bags, I usually order 2 to 3 times a year because I hate paying customs. But she has me trying to do it though, because if you haven't looked at Emmeline, if you're not part of the newsletter for Emmeline Bags, I highly recommend you to subscribe, because now she has printed vinyl. She has never carried printed vinyl before, and they're cute. They're like mushrooms and tree forks. I'm like, I need these in my life so hard. I have a Twilight Fantasy bag, and I feel like 2 of them can help me get there. So she has EB Fuse regular, EB Fuse medium, and EB Fuse heavy. Her EB Fuse heavy is exactly what it is. It's heavy. I always pick up her medium and her heavy if I order from her. I buy enough yardage to try to get me through to the next time I order. And the other person who has a is Serial Bag Maker. She has regular, medium, heavy, and like then there's one that's like the same weight as Decaville Light, except it's more it's more flexible. And it's that this one that looks like it's Decaville Light, it is not Decaville Light. That is EB Fuse, not EB Fuse, I'm sorry, Woven Fix Ultra. I love Woven Fix Ultra a lot. It is one of my favorite things. But again, I have to buy it sporadically because Anne is in Belgium, and I hate paying custom fees because instead of enrolling it into the amount that you do, it comes out at a time. And I'm a person that checks my bank every day down to the penny. Like tomorrow I'll check and I'll be like, I know I bought a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. So cool, got it. But if one thing doesn't add up, all hell breaks loose. It's like, I don't know why. That one, the Games of Thrones, that one's on vinyl. This is the first or second round that she's introduced vinyl. And I gotta say, Breeze was so up with. It's a medium weight. It's like if Light and Heavy had a baby, it would be that weight. I know. I never have enough time to do everything I want to do. Okay, so the fundamental is in my head. I want to do that. I have an idea with really cute. I wanted to do like this spooky one where it's a ghost and like pumpkins, or I have the Great Charlie Brown scene in my head. Don't ask. It's weird. This is when I see bags, I go into a very weird place. I also like waterproof canvas too. Yeah. I got this really pretty one from Lauren that I never seen on her site before. It might be there, but I've been dying to use it, so I'm gonna use it with actually the Little Mermaid because it looks like coral. Like I don't know, this blue and this color kind of goes really well together. So there's that. And I really want to make this. I've been wanting to make this boxy clear thing forever. And if I make it good, I'll try to see if I can reach out to the owner if I can do a thing. But look at how cool this is. So I'm not going to put threads. I thought it'd be really cute for makeup or pencils or just an everyday bag. But this boxy one is super cute because it look like it's pipe. It's like you not piping, but binding all on the outside. So I'm really excited to try to do that one too. Trying to do light projects because I feel like I have about another 2 to 3 hours of cleaning. But I'm organized with my interfacing. Yay! So yesterday I did get some Happy Mail. I got my blurb box. I'm not going to open that because I know some people haven't got it yet. But I remember I told you guys I somehow, some way, I thought I exited out for the bees making box, but I got it and in charge anyways. Well, it came in yesterday. So if you don't want to know what's in the bee making bag, please come back in 5 minutes because that's about how long it takes for me to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to organize everything. Everything was organized. The problem with me is when I have an event like Baltimore Comic Con, Awesome Con, KatsuCon, AutoCon, all these cons I have, then my room becomes chaos because I'm not worried about picking up after everything because I need to move to the next project. So when I came back from So Magical, I was supposed to clean everything because it was the week after Baltimore Comic Con and I had orders still. And then everything happened with my husband and my father. I haven't had time. So now I'm reorganizing everything, be able to count my inventory, figure out what I do need or what I don't need, and I'm able to go from there. So it's pretty cool. So I was, because this has always been my organization wall. If you look at videos in Swoon when I go over interfacing, this has always been the wall that has it. And same with the corner on the other side has like the foam and everything. This has always been my wall. And then you get I'm looking at, if you look right behind me, those are the Belladonna templates. I want to cut that out. And then they're just different pieces of it, like smaller interfaces or scrap pieces go in here because I will not throw away a scrap piece of interfacing to save my life. I won't do it. I can't do it. Interfacing costs too much. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did yesterday. And then I almost died. I had to call my husband and I was calling him calmly and I was like, if you can hurry up and please come. And then when he see me, he's like, oh shit. Now You have to understand, my little countryman does not cuss. It's just not in that's not part of Southern hospitality. But when his wife does something incredibly stupid, he cusses. So there was a bigger press here that I told you it keeps blowing circuits, and I wanted to put it in the back or get it repaired. And I figured out what wire I need to switch, so I was putting it above me. But I closed the clamshell down. I thinking I could lift this. I have a Wonder Woman complex like you have never seen before. Something happens and this is all wool mat, so you can right underneath here is plastic, and then there's wood again, and there's this wool mat, so that way I can iron. My ironing station is past this little white basket. I can iron all of this stuff right through here. Where my press is, where I press out my leather goods and whatnot, usually is where my big 16 by 16 thing is. So I pull it down and the clam opens up, and now I'm wedged between an industrial and a table, and I cannot move this thing. So I'm like calling him, and Kendall is the hardest person to call because he's either always asleep, he's engrossed in football, or he just cannot hear you. So I'm like, can someone please help me because I am slowly falling more to the ground. And when he finally realized that I had it, he was like, oh shit. And like, I think I have a bruise on my left thigh, my right side of my stomach, and my hands hurt. Like, it was hard to get out of bed this morning because I am sore for it. It fell from here directly onto my lap, and that thing weighs like 100 pounds. I feel stupid for trying to do it, but again, Wonder Woman super complex is real because I usually move things all the time by myself, all the time in the house. So I was really actually surprised that it moved. If the clamp would have stayed down, I would have been fine, but the fact when the clamp opened, it put pressure down on my thighs and then start putting it on my chest and my stomach, and I was like, "Oh god." It sucked. Yeah, Zoom meeting for cleanup space and support, right? Because there's a lot of pressure. There's people that make catty comments like, "Oh, my OCD won't allow me to be messy." It's like, "Cool, that's great. That's good for you, and I'm really happy for you." But by you saying that to me, you kind of give me some shame that my room isn't. My room is worked in. I'm making orders every single day, 2 orders at the minimum almost every single day. Sometimes I don't have the time between taking kids back and forth to school, sports, cooking dinner, whatever. I just don't have the time. So I usually do it like on Sundays, on hair wash days. I'll go upstairs, wash my hair, and then put a deep conditioner in my head, wrap a towel around it, and I clean. So I'm getting the deep conditioning treatment as well as cleaning. But yeah, yeah. It's more that I just need to he organizes all my vinyl, and he's been out of commission for a while, so he's now doing it now, and I'll show you guys pictures possibly tomorrow. He does a way better job at organizing than I do, but he likes how I organize my, interfacing. Hmm, I don't buy more than $800. At any given time, I don't pay more than $800. Um I think the most I spent at inline bags, and that's around tax season, is 3 to 400. And then for cereal bag maker, it's usually my Decaville light, heavy, and her I love her bouncy firm, and then her woven ultra. It's less than $400 what I get. I don't spend a kind of money on that. So I have custom fees that come out of nowhere that always drive me nuts because you're like, oh, I paid for like 395. That's a tax. That's just the DHL thing, the whole 9 yards, and then literally the day after DHL drops it off, I'll get hit with the custom fee. That's cool. I wish I had the Triskel template. I wanted to make one for the strikes. But at last, I don't have it. It all depends on the fabric, Christine, because if you're it depends on the fabric type and how big your can is or your bar is. Normally to get one whole yard, maybe a half, I go through one can of the wax melted down. For a bar, I could probably get a backpack size, but it's going to be a thin layer of waxing in between. I know the fundamental bag looks really fun. When I seen it at the booth, I was like, this is the cutest thing ever. Yeah, there and I totally get that. There was some controversy with Mercy. And just for me personally, and not to bash her business, it's just easier for me to deal with Anne from Belgium and just get it from her. And I do pay DHL, but she always makes it kind of worth my while, and she's funny to talk to, and I get to learn about new and cool things that she's going to be putting in her shop. Um, you can get it. You would just need to ask Leslie. I don't know if Leslie's on right now, but if you go to Leslie and ask for her, she will do it because that's her pattern. I know. Okay, so let me do this because somebody's pausing. Um, so this is the name. I'm gonna cover this. This is the bag that's in the bag making kit, and I actually think it looks really really cute. So you get some. This is what Fortunate Cells waterproof canvas. This is the one that I'm still thrown off. I'm gonna look at it a little bit more when I get done. It's 16-ounce grape jelly canvas. I've never seen this color. It's 16 ounces is very sturdy. Um, oops. You're gonna get uh the Boss is on the Roll. That's super cute. And black wax canvas. You're gonna get the rivets and whatnot. But look at the hardware. This is super cute. So you get everything you need to do to go get your how to lay out your materials and whatever. I think I want to make this bag because I've never seen it before. It's very very cute. I'm trying to figure out what the name of the pattern is. Jessica Overroots is going to have a pattern tutorial. I am trying to figure out the pattern for you guys. The name. The Mini Jean. Oh, that's cute. Billie Jean. Mini Jean by Miss Freckle Design. I'm gonna start singing that Michael Jackson when I do it. It's a cute design. See? You got your template from Smee. Yeah, it can get a lot of different places, but like right now, all of this is organized. I have to organize. There's some more rolls of vinyl and cork that I rolled up that he's going to put up today for me. He's going to, when he gets up, going to up my pegboard that's going to be underneath my where my where my cameo is, and then that way I can have all the rulers off my desk so I can do bigger and better cutouts. And then I just need to organize all my threads. I figured out different places to place my threads, and then I'll be done. I'll just give it a sweep, then come in and vacuum, and then Swiffer mop it afterwards. But I don't really. Only thing I do in here really is drink. So I don't know. I don't like I don't like ants, so I don't really eat in my room. Um, I keep dropping that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have today. Cleaning, and then hopefully I can do. I would love to just do one of these two smaller projects. If not, either one of those smaller projects. And I think I might go live tomorrow when I sew a Clear Tuesday tote and try to do this, make it where it's a shaker. I have the colors that I want for it, and hopefully I can get all these pictures so they can go on Alchemats too. But Alchemats has a slew full of cool new things for this round, and then the round's only open for 2 weeks. So you could put these in your cart and get them finalized and see what you want. But I I'm obsessed with the Little Mermaid. I'm just I don't know. It's so pretty. And I love the fact, okay, I gotta say this. I gotta love the fact that she did flounder how they did in the movies. I've been seeing a lot of prints where they'll have the Little Mermaid be black, right? And but they will have like Sebastian and Flounder look like the original cartoon ones. I like the fact that they had a little bit more realistic things, and I don't know. I appreciate that. As well as look at her hair. She has locks. She puts so much detail in her locks. That means a lot to me. It means a lot. So I'm really excited about it. And the features for Eric is really good too. Look at his little 5 o'clock shadow. So I'm really excited about making a bag. I want to do something really special with this print to, I don't know, I wanted to make it worthy. Yeah, the people that's sweet. Everyone that's me is incredibly sweet. Oh yeah, no one is better than the others, but I totally agree with you, Della. But there are people that will be like, "Oh, I can't work like that." It's just like voicing your opinion when someone's probably coming to you like, I'm overwhelmed right now. My room is chaotic, and then you have someone's like, "I can't work in chaos," and you're like, "Great." I didn't say you could. I was just speaking about what I'm going through, and it's a weird thing. It's a weird pet peeve for me. Like it's kind of reminds me of the people I know, friends and family. Like you could be like, my dad's in the hospital. His pancreas is inflamed, and he has fluid in his lungs and his stomach and his chest, and they're worried about him having a blood clot, and they're like, "Oh, I've had a blood clot before." And da, 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 da. Like they somehow take what you're feeling because you're in trying to explain to them what you're feeling, and they make it about them. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. I just know way too many people that do that, and that's when you start getting, sure, Shinova. Like when I'm like, yeah, sure, because I was talking to you about my dad and you somehow made the conversation about you. Not even like in a cool way where you're trying to say, I've been through this, he's gonna make it, I'm gonna say some prayers, I'm gonna wish good thoughts. But when you're like kind of like, oh, he'll be fine, like you don't have you're not a doctor. You're not a nurse or anything. So how are you gonna tell you never seen his medical charts? How are you gonna say he's fine based off of your reaction? So I see people do that in the fabric world. Like somebody was really honest and showed their room, and their room was chaotic, and there people were like, I cannot do that. I can never sew like that. But this person's saying, hey, I'm having a hard time. This is how I'm sewing right now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I'm having a hard time organizing. And instead of like, being sympathetic, like take it one step at a time, do one project at a time, or organize this, you somehow reflect it back to how you feel and what you think. And that's what shows people that you're doing it like a superiority um personality. And the part about that personality, it's a very narcissistic trait, and they never realize that they're doing it. And then when you confront them about it, then that's when they do the whole woe is me, and you're just like, you're just proving my point even more. Yes. Yes, and I know, yep, Deb, that's it. Don't worry about what other people do in their space. Don't make it about you because I have seen some people that have had real like Edward Scissorhands came in there, did ASL, and everything's destroyed, right? They come out with the bag and it's a bad mamma jam, and you're just like, holy crap, because maybe in their head to get to where they need to be, they have to cause chaos. Some of the most of our artists that we have, whether it is singing, rapping, poetry, books, uh, opera, whatever, all have like some kind of thing where they have some kind of chaos in that, and it feeds what they're going to do next. Like when you listen about Van Gogh and all these artists, the craziness they did to get a painting, and that we all are world renowned and everyone in the world knows about. It's just sometimes beautiful things are created in chaos. I know. I tried, well, I only buy it as a business or whatever, but to be honest with you, Dalva, I guess even if I, let's say I have a really good month and I sell $2,000 worth of bags. I put so much in my kids that by the time I try to pay my business, it's I'm only I'll be lucky if I have $300. My kids, I have 3, my choice. No, it's no one else. There's no poor and whatever. I feel very fortunate that I'm able to have a job that could pay for their instruments, pay for their classes, pay for after school activities, pay for driver's license, pay for proms, homecomings, and all that. Everything goes towards my kids. They're they're the reason why I'm doing this, because even though when I'm struggling, I want them to tell them you don't have to do something in life just because of money. It will feed your soul a little bit more if you do what you're passionate about. And that's why now each one of my kids are starting to choose career paths that make them happy. And I want them to do that. Like, do what makes you happy. We live once. Why go to work miserable every single day? So Mo I normally don't have, like, I'm honest, I normally don't have $800 in cash to go to buy on supplies, and because right now, if I had $800 in cash, I'll be buying that Brother's printer, and it'll be right by here. Okay? So I get tools and notions from my when I do the bigger events, I always set aside stuff, and sometimes I always forget to set aside, a budget for, cereal bag maker and blind bag. It's usually just small things throughout the year, like $300, $200 here and there. And then I get hit with like a 12 or 20 or $30 custom fee. Man, I hate that fee. But I understand. It's not Emmeline's fault. It's not my fault. That's just the way our society works. And I we gotta do what we gotta do, right? Hey Shannon. Oh dude, you guys seen sorry. I'm sorry if you guys don't like me saying dude, it is nothing personal. I'm from California, and it is literally something that everybody that I lived with in the Orange County and Aliso Veo, Laguna Niguel, we say it so much, especially the kids that grew up in the 90s, that it is really hard for me to do it. And if it offends anybody, please let me know, and I'll try my best to not say it. Um, but Shannon has 4 colors. Go to Mojo Show. So she has 4 colors that are coming out, and I believe it's the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the time. So I know it's Eastern time because Mojo sews out of Philadelphia. I know this because whenever I order something from her and she mails it out that day, I get it the following day. So um the colors. First of all, the names of the colors are really impressive. Again, I buy things off of names. I know, silly, but the colors are so gorgeous. I would have the hardest time trying to come up with those colors with a color wheel chart. So set your alarms. Remember, we said we're going to do a telephone tree. Go to Mojo Sews. You can see Shannon's post, and you also can see Mojo's post and whatnot and what time. So here's your official telephone tree. And I'll try to remember on the 19th to tell you guys too, so that way whoever wants to get it can get it. And remember, you guys don't procrastinate on this part because it's getting colder. I went to go get a coffee today and I had to throw on a sweater. I have not had to do that yet. It's cold. It's like 50 degrees. And then when at the farmers market, everybody had jackets and long sleeve pants, long sleeve and long pants on. So you know the weather's changing. So when the weather changes, people that sell paints, even if you were trying to get the paints from like the Gardini paints that you can get from Emmeline Bag, they do not sell them once the temperature drops, and they won't resell them until like spring going into summer. So get what you're going to get now because there's no guarantee that she'll be able to have backups on in December, January, February, possibly even March. So get it now. I changed a lot of things around too. I need to do something a little bit more. I hate the way I love the idea of how I have my my patterns, but I wanted to be I kind of wanted it to be alphabetical order, or at least by like, this is So Sweetness patterns. This is, Not a Threads patterns. This is Aura Roses patterns. This is Lavender and Twine. So that way I'm not trying to flip through 100 patterns. Like each section has like a card that sticks out or something that says what patterns are like what designer. I think it might be easier for me to cope this way because like the other day I was making a bag stock and I had to go through I have 3 areas where I have patterns in bookshelves. I was like, "Screw it, I'm just gonna print it out again," and I don't wanna do that, especially if I have it printed out and put it in envelopes. Okay, you're Merle, you're not the only one, so um, Monica's cat, Princess, like, she goes into that room, and it looks like a cartoon, like, Monica's sitting with me talking, about to sew, and all of a sudden, that cat is in everything and anything trying to destroy it, and I'm like, "Oh my god." She's cute, though. She's rightfully so a princess. Yeah, I'm telling you, a Zoom meetup for moral support or people's ideas on how they organize stuff, I am down for because I don't know. I feel like I have to redo my room like at least at once every 3 months because I'm like, how do I keep it clean? This always been my interface wall, but you guys just didn't see it before because I had like the press up and also I use bags that I failed at, like my first Captain Marvel bag as bins. It has no lining, it's just the foam. I refuse to throw it away because it looked magnificent, except these 2 lines right here didn't line up, so it became a bin. Yay! Okay. We were talking about cleaning, and also there's some people asking about the fundamental, tote and if you sell the not the pattern pieces, the templates. Yeah, I want a cupcake too, Sandra, I want, like, 2. I need 1 because it's gonna be so good and I'm not gonna remember I ate it, and the second one, I'm gonna do, like, a white wine, like a Moscato, something sweet, while I eat it, while watching something classy. I feel like that's I'm gonna set the mood. I know, oh my god, or have you ever cleaned up and you're like, "There's my ruler. I bought another one of you because I couldn't find you for 6 months." No, there's something about this drawer, but right here, rulers and handy pins go underneath it, and then I can't find it until I'm vacuuming and I'm going underneath the dressers to get all the dust bunnies, and it's bad. The fundamental templates. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is the bees box. I actually really like this one. I liked all of them so far. It's just it's steep for me for $75 a month. I just 3 kids, braces coming up again. My first set of braces for Faith. Woo. It was like 10 grand because she had to get like special surgery to pull out all her wisdom teeth and she had wisdom teeth other teeth coming in and they had to do all this chain metal thing in her mouth and she had braces for 3 years and now we got to start doing hopes and it's just children they are not loyal, man. They just money, money, money. And then my son is in track, but also trying to get he's part of the Maryland Track Association, so that way can get recognized and he can get played for certain colleges in high school. But he also wants to play soccer, but he wants to play soccer for Spain. So there's things that I have to do and pay for all of this because he is technically 1/4 Spanish. He can play for Spain. So yeah. He watches football all the time and he's really good at soccer. He's like freakishly really good at it. Oh man, somebody true question. If someone found out where I lived and they were like, "Can I come over? I need help repairing a bag." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. You can come over." Kendall and her husband came, and her and her husband came, and Kendall was like inviting them to sit on the couch, and he put the dogs away, and he was talking to him, and I was like, "It'll be like 10 minutes." She needed something repaired out of nowhere. I'm like putting a rivet in. She came out of nowhere into my room, and it totally freaked me out. And it freaked me out for the rest of the day because like my room is super geeky anytime we have any kind of construction workers that have to work on light boxes, few boxes, they're in my room looking at every single thing. Like the guy was like, "Is that the black saber?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Can I hold the black saber?" I was like, "Do you not know how you get it?" I'm gonna go ahead and say hard pass on that, buddy. Or like we had when we had the light people recently, I have Ahsoka's blades on there, and they're like, "Can I hold these?" I'm like, "No, why do you guys? I don't have these things for other people to hold. They're mine. I don't want to share. I don't want to share." I get a lot of surprise visits, or like a surprise mail always throws me off, but I get some really cool ones. I don't know. When messiness and comes, I think chaos and creativity go hand in hand. Yes, Linda, you're absolutely right. I try to pick up after everyone, but sometimes I'll just throw a piece of vinyl roll here or there, and then I can't find it. And then Kendall has made this amazing organization where he has vinyl all on rolls. He has all the cork above the vinyl, and he has leather on top of that he rolls up. He is so good at that. He's so good at organizing. It tries I'm kind of jealous of him, and if he's not watching, then he doesn't know I said it. He's really good at organizing. Like, I'm looking at this I have the 626 fabric out because I made a bag for someone, and it was one of those rare occasions that I bought, like, 3 or 4 yards, and you know how wide custom fabrics is? I cannot fold this for the life of me, so I have to wait until he comes down here so he can help me fold it because I just wanna do this, roll it in a ball. It's done. And he'll look at me, he's like, yeah, I'm 6 seconds away from doing this. So I'm trying to hold off and wait until he comes down and helps me. Like it's a lot. Think about 4 yards and then it's about 56 inches wide. It's not a small fleet. I don't like eating in my room. Yeah, I'll drink all day long. I have broken many mason glasses. Like to drink out of mason jars. I don't know why. When I have ice water, it keeps it cooler longer. I don't know. I just like mason jars. I have broken many mason jars, so it's to the point now that I am only allowed to use the plastic cups because I don't know. But I don't like to eat in my room at all because I'm in the basement, and if you're familiar with the Maryland area, then the basement's out here. Like I am freezing. I might have to actually put the heater on today, the little space heater, or put on my heat press. And but ants will come in if I have any kind of food. So yeah, no ants. Alchemist Club, I think it's still closed. There's two sites. There's a pre-order and a retail. So if you're going into the pre-order, that's the one that's open. Retail will be closed. Alchemist opened, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday because I seen promotion. So make sure you I would go into the group and then go into one of the links to the people that posted yesterday. Oh, Shannon had the same thing to say. Yes, there's a retail site which is closed, and the pre-order is open. Yeah, probably too. Yeah, Olivia has a lot. Her orders, when we order from her for pre-order, this is the most meticulous woman out there. She will look through every single piece of zipper pulls, everything to make sure there is not a mistake, nothing. She is a person that has quality control and she cares deeply about how her products reflect upon her. That's why I told you, look at Ariel's dreads, man. She has locks. She was so meticulous about this. When I seen this, I almost cried because I'm like, no one, everyone's just making her have red, wavy hair, and they're not doing her locks. And I'm not gonna cry, but Olivia had me crying when I first seen this, and she just look at the color. Come on. And the flounder from the movie. I cannot say that. And the scuttlebug. Oh, I'm sorry. I love that song. I don't know why. So I love that movie. I've seen it in the theater. I've watched it a million times already on Disney, and I love that movie. I like it. It legit makes me cry. Okay, so ooh, oh, I'm so excited about the cupcake box. I'm telling you, the fundamental is on my high list. I want to do sometime. I have the belladonna that I want to do, and then the fundamental. Oh, thank you, Lynette. Oh, the cupcake box is this a collaboration between Sincerely Jen and New Moxie, and there's going to be some really cute things that are just like a cupcake theme. I seen part of it at So Magical Expo, and it looks like an awesome box. Yes. See, I Kendall is my assistant, but at the same time, he understands the craziness that is Nova. Like, I want to clean it. I'm like, man, I cannot find this white thread. And if he comes up with it, I give him like bombastic side eye. Like, I said I was gonna find it, but realistically, I'm saying thank you so much for finding it, but it just doesn't come across like that. Oh my God, senior year, everything, class pictures, homecoming. She's like, "Oh, I want you to make my prom dress." Like, so, and the thing is I can't pretend I don't do garments. If you've been following me enough, then you know I like pinup dresses. I've made almost all of Gertie's patterns. I love making garments. It's fun to make. But she wants something that's like champagne color, silky, and all this stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, I hate the silk materials. Like, but you got to do it because your kid's asking you. And it's no pressure on me that these pictures will be a part of her life forever. No pressure. And so yeah, homecoming, all the stuff. She has so many senior stuff, and it all costs a lot of money. And I want her to experience everything like that because unfortunately, after high school, shit gets real. Like paying bills, taking out loans for colleges, like it gets real. It doesn't you that whole free from being an adult just stops and things get real. So I want to give her the best experience I could possibly give her. Hmm. Ooh, I do it through my business, and I still pay customs. Thank you, Shannon. That makes me happy. You just got to do what you love. Your kids, because the kids, they see so many things. Like my daughter was trying to figure out why this teacher still works. Unfortunately, there was some. I don't want to speak negative about this child because I don't know what's going on in their life. This child hit his teacher when he was like, "You have to raise your hand and use the restroom," and hit her in the face. And Hope was really affected by this. Hope This is the teacher that Hope stays after school to help clean up the classroom because no one cleans it up. And she's like, "Why would he? Why would he? She should not be a teacher because she shouldn't have to deal with abuse." And I'm like, unfortunately, teachers never know how kids are going to act. They're sometimes a product of where they're coming from and what they see. And they're people that are teachers are truly passionate about teaching because it's not about the pay, because we all know it's not about the pay. It's they're passionate about teaching others. And that's what I want my kids to understand, that go for something you're passionate about. Therefore, when you do it every day, it's not going to affect you. It's going to make you grow as a person. But yeah, I was so mad about that. I actually went to the school board, and I don't it's weird because you don't want this little 6th grader to get in trouble and get suspended or expelled, but at the same time, you never wanna hear that a teacher got their hands laid on the teacher by a student, and there's nothing that she could do. She can't even hold the kid back because it could be considered child abuse on her end, and my daughter was in the class with it, and it it scared her, so, like, they have counselors talking to kids, and it just these kids aren't loyal. These teachers work their asses off, man. They don't get paid a fraction of what they deserve. Yeah, so order the new colors. There's 4. I'm excited about the black with glitter for Shannon's with shimmer, not glitter, shimmer. I'm excited about that. I have an idea. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. No, my daughters say bruh, and that drives me nuts because it sounds like my brothers. But dude, like it just I've called my mom and my dad that because it's such a term you use in California, especially if you grew up in the 90s. Oh yeah, Mojo is amazing. Like I said, it's her. If you think of edge paint like nail polish, she just has a thicker coat like SE or just one of the higher brands OPI, where it's more pigmented off of 1 or 2 coats versus like a Ghirardini is a little bit more watery no matter how much you shake it. So I feel like you have to put more coats and be more cognizant about dripping on the edges, and that's how you see edge paint all over my hands. Like to the point you guys are like, it's edge painting day. Did you see it? You see it on my hands. You're gonna be in love. Mojo So stuff is legit good. Yeah, I know. Do it, show it. I think I like how I do. Okay, so for my edge painting, I usually use helping hands. But before helping hands, don't judge. You know the edge painting means I used it. I used to use this. You stick like your piece of fabric or your material inside here. Um, and then it hold it up and you can edge paint it. So sometimes I still use this if I'm doing like one side or if I'm doing like a strap or something. I use this and there's tons of edge painting all over it. It also works as a, a weapon of mass destruction. No, it's one of my it's one of my favorite tools to use too. The cupcake backs is from Sandra and it from Sewing Room Gardener. Yes, he could get it. Yes, they all should. And weirdly enough, because my mom was born in Germany and like she's an army brat, but they were there for like 3, 4 years of her life. So she has a dual passport, dual everything. And all of her sisters speak German fluently. My mom was like, well, he also played technically for Germany. And I'm like, all right. I'm here for the Spain because I watch. I mean, I during football, you'll be like, Shinova, your Spanish flags are repping hard. And I'm like, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, the basket thing. Yes, Lynette showed me it yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm gonna ask her if I can sew that during Novaween. Maybe I'll be like a witch with like white dreadlocks and white hair and a really cool mole with a white whisker coming out of it. I have a lot of ideas. Oh yeah. Those wisdom teeth coming out. I had an impacted one and because at the time they didn't know I always get like things like delayed for me because my mom and my sister have factor 5 and they have blood clot conditions. I don't have factor. But because I have family members that did it, they decided to put me in a twilight and I felt everything getting pulled out. Like everything was not mm-mm. Oh, he should do people want him to do another waxing live and he does really good at organization. If you guys ever look at my suitcase, like if I before I unpack, it's all him. When I pack, it's just like I'm telling you, if I tumble, roll it, stuff it. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's me. Because I'm clumsy. I'm super clumsy. If clumsy was a superpower, I would rule the world. But the chipmugs, Faith weighs nothing, but she sounds like a freaking truck coming through the house. Like she is so rough on everything. Even walking up the stairs, she's like, "Damn, are you angry? What's going on?" And it's just her. She's not light on her feet. Like I get her and Loki confused all the time, and Loki weighs like 40 pounds more than her. Yeah, that little cork basket is super cute. Sandra from Garden Room. The link is right below. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I know. I like made handmaids better dresses because they always look whimsical. So I'm just hoping I don't have to deal with it because like the latest prom trends for the last past 3 years is like they do them like weddings, and I'm like, I'm making you a dress. I will do your hair. I will do your makeup. I will take you to the salon and get your manicure and your pedicure. But if you're trying to get jewelry or some like fancy photographers, that ain't happening, bro. You're gonna get me and your dad and possibly your grandparents down here, and so you'll get different 4 different perspectives of pictures. So one of those pictures you could pick up and say, "This is the picture I'm gonna have on my room wall." Mm. Yeah, bus drivers, man, and we have a bus driver shortage. The shortage was so real. Like my kids in the first 2 weeks of school were going in hoping Ken Ken would go to school at 8:25, and Faith will go in at 7:35, because the bus driver schedule is so crazy and there's not enough bus drivers. Our kids go now to school 15 minutes early to get so they can get the bus to them. Not my kids go walk back and forth, but well, yeah, dealing with kids are hard. I can't, because they're the many moods of my children. Like sometimes they come in. You know what's the scariest mood is when they come in like really happy. You're like, what are they gonna? Did you put antifreeze in my Coke? I need to know what's going on. You sound kind of crazy. What's going on, baby? So when they're like, nothing, mom, I'm in such a good mood. I'm like, did you eat too much sugar? What's did you see a movie that made you feel good? Like, A Dog's Journey? I mean, what is like because most of the time they're at each other's throats. So when they're all like laughing and watching TV together, that stuff scares the living crap out of me because 99% of the time I'm taking two kids and making them go to different two parts of the house. Now, they don't get to spend a whole lot of time because Faith's in track and she has a part-time job at Five Guys. So she is gone most days, but she doesn't come home till like 6 or 9 p.m. And then Kendall is in track 3 or 4 days of the week. Hope is part of the okay. It's called Rainbow Alliance, but I call it Rainbow Coalition because no one fights harder for rights for LGBTQ plus than Hope. There's no one. Hope is ready. She is like speech and debate ready. And the thing that's scary about her, she doesn't get like passionate and cry or yell. She's talking to you in such a calm manner that you're like, oh shit, I need to rethink my life and how I think. So they each are different things. And like I said, Faith plays the violin, Hope plays the double bass, and Kendall plays the cello. So it's never a dull moment in this house. Okay. I couldn't be a bus driver. I'll probably be that bus driver that will be getting kicked off because I'll be kicking kids out of the bus like, oh, you wanted to talk smack? Get out of the bus. God damn, I feel like one of the most dangerous jobs right now is a bus driver, and that's why there's such a huge, massive, massive, massive shortage of them. Oh, okay. See, I was gonna do that. I thought about that. I have the crystal glitter things, and I thought if I did, I thought hear me out and tell me if you think this is a good idea. Do the rosy, but like have this for the middle and back. You guys, again, when I say middle and back, and for the people that don't have the rosies, there's three parts. There's a top, there's a front part, a middle part, and a back. So the middle part is the area where that has that slip pocket. And I thought the slip pocket in the clear, and I thought about doing that glitter and have this all one thing so that the main focal point would be the glitter with the little mermaid, but it has a coordinating print. What do you think? Because I think it'll be super cute like that too. I love this. Look at the jellyfish. She has such detail. This is such a cool coordinate. So that's what I thought. And then I thought if I had enough fabric like this to create a nice, cute strap. That would be great. Yeah, I thought about that. So that way, because at first I was going to put the main, but I thought the main with the main glitter will be just main clear will be just way too much. So I don't know. Everybody, the rosies are addicting. I'm letting you know now. It's not a lot to cut out. There are very unusual pieces to cut out. But once you sit down and really read each pattern piece, Shannon is very meticulous. She'll tell you to what for interfacing it to do it glue side up or glue side down and cut it out. Like I've never seen anyone do that. So I appreciate that because I'll be like, I need to turn this piece backwards, I think. Um so that makes my life easier when someone just is like, yeah, just have the glue side up or glue side down. Thank you. So I'm thinking about doing that. About having a clear one and then do the like I don't have the shell with me, it's over there, but like the shell that Aquamats have, it's dead on. I want to secretly wear it as a necklace. I'm not gonna lie to you, but everybody would know the jig is up because it's flat. So be like, this is my necklace. It's so cute. It is really cute. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so, so Muriel's the one that did the. Okay, so I want reading a lot of listening to a lot of true crime. There are a lot of people that kill their significant other with antifreeze. I'm by putting it in a Coke. So I'm like, I'm weirdly paranoid now about it. I don't think Kendall or any of my kids will do it, but I mean, those people didn't think their family members were going to do it. And then there's one case that she did it to both her first husband and then her second husband, right? When she came under an investigation for her second husband, she wanted to pin it on her daughter, so she fed her daughter antifreeze through alcohol, and she got really sick. And it was a nurse's assistant that kind of put the things together and they were able to help her because a lot of antifreeze is like there's not a lot they can do to reverse it if it's been in your body for so long. I don't know. Again, we get into some really weird topics. So I don't know. That's been a thing. I'm like, it's usually like in like the 1800s, the woman choice of murder is through poison. That's why, like you say, poison. It's like, oh, it's a woman. What happened? So yeah, I'm glad they added a bitter taste because there's like a ridiculous amount of people that kill using that. Like it is super. Like, yes. Can I get a Coke, 2 liter Coke, and a bottle of antifreeze? Yeah, thank you. Like that's just weird. Or Gatorade. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it will be flat. It'll be really, really nice. Ooh, that arsenic is a very is a is a thing too. I mean, there are some weird true crime cases like this week, this month alone. So many true crime cases that have been a mystery for a long time have like bodies are being found and things. I'm like, this week is crazy how much these people thought they were getting away from something from 2, 3 years down the road, and by person's hunting and they found this person's body or skeletal remains. I'm like, damn, people are gonna be going to jail left and right. I can't watch the actual trial because like I try to watch the Letitia's stat trial because I've never felt I don't I'm not a, I don't have strong feelings towards the death punishment. I feel like having your life remaining in jail is punishment enough because you know what it's like to be on the outside to do whatever you want to do and not have anything. I feel life in prison is the worst thing. That was the first time I've ever thought about death because everything we heard what she did to her stepson, you can't I won't get mad with anything else, but hurting a kid, I am willing to go to jail if I can get my hands on you. I am like I cannot. People hurting children is like they're babies. They're like puppies to me. We don't deserve them. No, all your patterns aren't long. I think the Aries is really short, and I actually kind of think this one, even though it may seem like a lot of pages, there's not. and they get a twofer. In this one, you not only get the regular one, but she gives you instructions, separate instructions throughout the pattern on clear. So it to me, I don't think it's long because you're giving two different ways to make your bag. Yeah, Friday's the release. Woo woo. And I made one that was really cool with black leather and that red skull. And I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to get more pictures. I got some pictures of my daughter with it, but she was in a mood, so I'm waiting to see how her mood is today to get it. And it was raining, and it was like for me, the best time in Maryland to take pictures is when it's overcast and rainy because you could really get really clear, crisp pictures. It was perfect, but then it started coming down hard, and she's like in the picture looking at me like you have me out in the rain taking pictures, but it wasn't cold. It was like 67 degrees, but today is cold. I know they have to do all these stuff now with because of certain people doing things that the coroners and stuff like that have to run different tests now that they never have used to have to run. Yeah. Yeah, I just like watching people on YouTube that have like deep dives like Stephanie Harlow, Annie Elise. I like like I said before, there's this Irish dude. The next chapter, the way he talks, or whatever the motive for killing is, uh insurance money. Like he has like this whole dance sequence. It's like really funny. It's like a 36-second flash, but it's him like dancing in a captain's hat, like having fun. And you'd be surprised that like I don't know. I like listening to him because he makes fun of like the themes, but I don't know why I listen to it. I try to listen to other sewists when they're sewing, but the problem is that I want to actually sit down and watch, so I don't actually focus on my work. That's why I don't watch sewists unless in my bed and I'm doing downtime. But if I'm in here, it's either audibles or true crime. And I don't think I'm gonna be listening to audibles until Patrick Ruffus from The Keen's Killer. He has a small book coming out about Bass as a character, and that comes out next month. So I'm patiently, eagerly waiting for the 14th. Yay, Pammy! Oh, I know. I love books. I am a book fanatic. I love books. I was actually yesterday on HBO, I read all the Discovery of the Witches, and I'm eagerly waiting the next book, which five is going to be focusing, I guess, a little bit more on Gallowglass. So I have watched some of the Discovery Witch TV show, and I actually did not watch the first season because I wanted to see the second season. My favorite book out of that series is the second one because I love when they time travel back in time and we got to meet Queen Elizabeth. We got to meet Kit Marlowe and all these characters that we've heard in history. And I thought it was going to live up to a book. And I am a person that believes that the book and a sitcom or a TV series are not going to be the same. They're not. So you have to appreciate them on different levels. I actually really enjoyed how they did the second season. I was just upset that they missed out on so many characters in the second season that I thought was really pivotal in the storyline. But when they go see the Emperor and he finds out the old girl's name is Diana, and he calls her La Rosa, but he says it in a weird, creepy voice. I was like all about it yesterday. I like binge watched the whole second season. Yeah, Discovery of the Witch is a really fun book. It's a great book series. So I think if I'm gonna listen to things tonight, I'm either gonna read there's this really creepy circus book where all the people in the circus are possessed or dead or whatever or haunted. And if they had children that got out of it, they're trying to bring the kids into it. It's called like the Ladies of the Circus or something like that. It's not generally a genre that I will want to, but the book cover like made me want to get the book. Yep. I said it. I Told you, I buy nail polishes solely off the name sometimes. I know. I read it when it came out years ago too. So I had it. I wanted to see the series again. I didn't think the characters like how I imagined them were like the ones that they did, but slowly they grew on me, and I understood why they got cast at that character. But like, I'm still mad about Gallowglass. I think they should have got the guy from Games of Thrones with the red hair. I think he he was like the perfect Gallowglass. Yeah, the second one's my favorite of the series too. See, there's something about it. There's something about because I don't know, like going back to Elizabethan times, and you're like like you're an American, and you're a woman that has like such power in your time, but not in that one. It's just really cool, and I love the fact that how they tied her like really learning who she was as a weaver and everything into the second one because she had to go back to basics, and that's the way I took the book, and I that is my favorite book out of the series. um yeah, I have a hard time reading the third one because of Gallowglass's character. Like I kind of feel like they did him dirty, but but I digress. I usually try to read different scarier kind of themes around Halloween. So I think I'm either going to do an Anne Rice. I do like Lestat a lot for him to be. He kind of reminds me of Loki. Like he doesn't do anything good, but he really doesn't do that too much bad. He just does things that he wants to do for himself. So I'm gonna read. I think I'm gonna reread something like that, or When a Stranger Calls. So I have a couple of cool books, but I hate reading a book that's so scary that if a noise goes off in my room, like a kid comes by and goes to the washroom and like drags their feet, I'm jumping because that means that the book was obviously I'm into it too much and I'm gonna start freaking out. So, all right, I'm gonna go stuff my face, go say hi to the fam, and finish cleaning so I can at least do one thing of sewing today. So, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope everybody has a really good Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, Lestat doesn't disappoint. Bye.